it's a 10-minute race. It starts in 8 minutes.
Shit. That rip just fucked me up.
The sounds in this game are unbelievable, though.
I can't really hear you. Maybe it's my background music.
I don't know. I don't know. Let me turn my mic up.
Just bought a new headset. No, it ain't bad.
How's that? How's that?
Oh yeah, there we go.
I'm gonna turn my headset up a bit. The woman's behind me. She's watching TV, I believe. Watching something on her laptop, doing something, so... I tossed the stream on there, though. The sounds in this game are unbelievable.
I love how crazy real game you got.
Yeah, I literally have to click the X button just to turn the electronics on my car on. And then after I hit the X button, I have to hit the circle button to start my ignition. I have a button for my lights because halfway through the race, it goes to nighttime, so I have to turn my lights on. I have a button for those, and then I have a button for my wipers for if it starts raining. When you enter into the pits, you have to enter in at the proper speed, or else they'll give you another fucking drive-through penalty. Yeah, yeah.
What about like conditions? Like, did it change?
Yeah, so like, your conditions will change. Like, obviously raining and everything, you're gonna have less traction on the track.
Yeah.
Things like that. The temperature of the track matters.
What about your tires, like bombless?
Yeah, so your tires, you change your setup and everything on the tires. You put in like the tire pressure that you want and everything. If they get too high with the tire pressure, like if it starts to get into like the 28.2 area for tire pressure, it's hard to keep your car steady. Like right now I'm sitting in the pits, right? So my tires are blue, which means they're really, really cold. I'll have to do a lap or so before they warm up. They're at 24 PSI right now, 24.5 PSI right now. I like to drive with them at like 27.
Okay. That's pretty amazing.
And then yeah, like the setup itself, like, you know, you fix your traction control, your ABS, and you can go to the mechanical and you change the anti-roll bar, the brake bias, the steer ratio. I mean, you change the whole suspension, your wheel rates, the bump stop rates. Then you can change all the dampers and everything. You change the aerodynamics of the car. So like certain tracks, I have like ride heights for like different ride heights for the car. And then for like a track like this, I have like it's a really turny track. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 turns in this track. So for this track, I have my rear wing as high as it can go. But like for tracks like Monza out in Italy, it's just a big straightaway. Yeah, that one I have my rear wing like basically planted right on my car. Get that straightaway speed.
Yeah. That's sick that you change it for a track.
So yeah, I have setup saved for every single track. It's ridiculous how realistic this is.
I would love to, like, that'd be my dream. One day to get out to Monaco or something for the race. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Monaco, I don't know about Monaco.
No, I mean they wouldn't have to. I just.
It's such a tough track to pass on. You know, like if I was going for a Formula One race, I would want to be going to like
Singapore one at night or something. That'd be
Singapore, even Hungaroring in Germany.
good.
The Hungaroring out in Germany is a good track. I actually love racing that track on this. So all these tracks were what do you call it? Censored. I wouldn't not they did something to make sure that the track was as realistic as the actual track. Like it's got the perfect amount of width. Like the last race I was in, going down the front stretch right at the start, we had 4 cars side by side. Yeah, we had 4 wide going down the front stretch going into the first turn. Really good tracks, really good tracks. They have every track that like these cars race on.
Imagine looking at real life. Paddle.
Well, that's just it, man. Like I'm fast enough to do it. That's the thing. That's what bugs me. I just don't know how to get my name out there without having to go through like that long ass process. There is one streamer who went from being a sim racer to now he's behind the wheel of an actual car. Jimmy Broadbent.
Really?
Yeah, he went from racing. He never did any like actual competitions or anything. He just raced this game, and he streamed it all the time. And he was just so quick and everything that he ended up getting behind the wheel of an actual fucking car.
It's the most competitive thing in the world, right? I mean, you can get a drive.
Yeah, it really is. Millions and millions and millions of people are out there trying to be racers. There's probably at least 1 million kids out there who want to be a racer, and fuck, I don't even know. There might be. Well, there's only what? There's only 20 in. Yeah, Europe's big, but there's only 20 in Formula One. There's only 40 in NASCAR.
And maybe the F Formula 2 you can get paid for that, but still, that's only another 20.
Yeah. Like, you get paid for these other race leagues and everything, but you don't get paid as much, right? You barely... honestly, your wife still has to work.
I bet if you're a Formula 2 driver for Mercedes, you...
Formula 2, no. Like, Formula 2, no, but I mean, like, what's that other one? There's one in fucking... in the States, the IndyCar series.
Oh, yeah.
Like, those are Formula 1. They're not Formula 1 cars, but I mean they're old Formula cars, you know, they're Indy cars now. Where am I starting? I'm starting this race from 8th. Great, and the guy who took me out last race is right behind me. He literally drove straight into the back of me on the second turn. I mean, like, there was a car right in front of me that braked, so I tapped my brakes, so we kind of like were gonna just glide through the turn, and then this dude behind me just drove straight the fuck into me. It drove me nuts. I went into game chat. I was like, bro, what the fuck you doing?
Imagine, you feel that rage. Imagine the rage in real life. Like, so that Netflix series, Formula One. That's why I love it. It's kind of where I became a
Oh,
fan.
dude, those guys who got, yeah, man. Like, if you, the same thing with NASCAR, man. They get heated with each other.
Yeah. But it's just like there's so many like chances because like you're going left and right and making so many moves in the Formula One as opposed to just a circle. But like it's ruthless. Some people just don't give a fuck. Wow.
I agree with that. But NASCAR, those guys can drive, man.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't mean that. I guess I just meant like more ways to be a rat bastard, like when you're out and under moves and like clipping somebody on a turn. So much proudness.
Yeah.
I don't know. They don't lose much speed going into turns in NASCAR. They do and they don't. Like they're not like in Formula One. They're coming down at 0 miles an hour and they're bumping each other out.
Yeah, whereas NASCAR, those guys are just good drivers because, dude, it's bumpy on those tracks, and they're that close with each other.
There's so much draft because they're going so fast the whole time. But like the way they calculate it when they make their moves and shit is just so crazy. I hear
NASCAR's are really strategic.
Yeah.
It's boring.
Yeah,
it's
like,
just really strategic.
Well, it's just more of a game of inches instead of balls. You know what I mean?
It's chess, yeah.
Yeah, like Verstappen's a bulldog in Formula One, and that's kind of why he gets away with what he does. He's just not scared to risk his life. I wouldn't want my kid to be a driver, I'll tell you that.
Not for Formula, no.
But then again, I mean, I probably wouldn't want my kid playing football as much as I did either. So hot and humid right here, bro. this kid I played ball with went at Gettysburg National Cemetery today. 50,000 people died that day. That first day in the war.
Bro, so many people died on the Battle of Gettysburg in that one day.
It's more than the whole 20-year war, right?
Yeah. It was literally the worst battle of mankind.
Is it the biggest one?
Oh. Almost forgot to turn my lights on there. It got really dark. It could have been. There was a car right in front of me I just missed.